YouTube, Leekautorepair. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want to get off your chest, leave it in the goddamn comments. I'll try to stay out of the this view, stay out of the way, so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, so okay, well I got to cut back on cursing because I'm just ready to jump straight into it. And I'm pretty sure some instructor probably showing their class how to do auto tie rods. So the car is in the title. I think it's the 2005 Chrysler 300. I'm not showing a year, or it could be 2007, either or, whatever. I don't care. It's a 3.5, whatever. All I know is my job is what it says in the title. Just like I said, yeah, I'm being smart. You know I want to curse, but I don't want nobody to cry. No instructor getting all butt hurt because some students in the background probably laughing and they probably like, oh God, this guy is awesome. This guy is cursing, and teacher's like, well, I don't want to get it. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to get in trouble. Whatever. I got y'all. I'll be polite, but in the next video, I'm gonna do me, and that's gonna be that. And let me take this off. So, Chrysler 300 3.5 engine, and what I'm gonna be doing is replacing the whatever's in the box. Let me just see, because I believe it's the outer tie rods. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to be replacing the outer tie rod. Don't want to do it on the driver's side. I'm not going to show you how to do it on the driver's side. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. But I will show you how to do it on the passenger side. Same part number for the tie rods. I'm pretty sure it's the same part number for the inner. So you can't mess up. Either way, it's the same thing. So what you got here, you already know. If you don't know suspension and steering and all your components and parts, if you can't tell the difference between what's what, and you just don't feel confident as you can get it done, stay out of the way. Let somebody who has more, who really wants to do it. Because the only way to get through this job is you just gotta open the can and finish it. And you're lucky I didn't curse. So if you ain't get that analogy, then I don't know what to tell you. God damn it. And that's the best curse word I can goddamn give you. So I'm gonna just say goddamn. So when I'm doing in and out of tie rods, well, whatever, it's only you only need like a few tools. You don't need like a lot of tools. Sometimes at worst, what could get you in trouble, could slow you down, is rust or seized up components, or the threads got too much rust in it or too much dirt built up in it that it won't turn, and you got to resort to heat. If I have to, I will show you in a video, but if you go down, I'll probably leave a video on the end screen at the end showing you me using MAP gas to heat up some exhaust bolts and nuts or whatever. And MAP gas is pretty good for you. And I ain't say consume it. I said it's pretty good for you. So what you got right here is your jam nut. You got your nut that keeps the outer part of the tie rod locked on into the knuckle. Okay, we know about that. Then you got your jam nut. This is important because this is where, this part for the inner tie rod is how, you will be making adjustments if you were on an alignment rack, and if you were doing an alignment, but we're not doing an alignment. I'm just showing you how to install the outer tie rod. I will show you how to do inner, but I'm not doing inners. It's best to do, since I'm talking about it, it's best if you have to do outer, make sure you do inner. It just makes sense. Both of them got like the same age. Why would you replace one? Or if you're just cheap, you're trying to be frugal, that's your business. I'm not judging. To each his own, whatever. The customer, maybe he declined. I don't know the issue with this. I didn't sell this job. I was just asked to do it. The customer, whoever sold what, sold them only the inner tie rod. If it were me, sold them the outer tie rod. So if it were me, I would sell them the inner and the outer, and plus getting for a well alignment as well. Or you want to be that guy to do toe and go, it ain't nothing wrong with toe and go. So, like I said, you got your locking nut, you got your jam nut, same as the locking nut. Pretty much what you're going to be doing is backing off the jam nut, and then from there I'm going to try. Well, of course I'm going to get the locking nut from off of here. I want to release it from the knuckle. So once I get the jam nut free first, take this nut off, and then I'll show you how to get this, the outer tie rod get it removed from the knuckle. I'm not going to use a pickle fork or tie rod spreader or whatever you call it. I'm just going to use a simple hammer. If anybody want to get all butthurt about me taking a hammer and whacking the knuckle, just go ahead and give you some toilet paper. You just go in the back, hold your butthole, because you're just going to need it for crying. so much. So I'm just gonna keep running my mouth, or I'm gonna keep talking. I guess I'm just gonna start working because y'all probably bored. Whatever. You're lucky I ain't cursed, goddammit. So, like I said, take the jam nut off. And it's very important. Make sure the steering wheel is straight. Make sure the steering wheel is straight. Very important. Like I said, so whatever. I want to break free this jam nut, and once I get it free, I'm gonna, like I said, remove this nut. I know I'm going over everything again, but you're watching this video. I'm trying to teach you. So just shut up and enjoy the benefits. So pretty much, like I said, I'm only going to back off this nut and take off this nut right here. So let me go ahead, and this wrench size is a 15/16. And so I'm just go ahead and break it free. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. If you can't get that method, then you don't need to be doing this job. So I'm going ahead, I broke it free, so I'm free because I'm spinning. And next, I'm just gonna have it backed off just a little bit, maybe like a fraction of a turn, or just enough to where you could kind of rotate this. It looks like I can rotate this off the inner tie rod, so I'll make it be good without using MAP gas. Who knows? So next, I'm gonna take a socket and back off this nut. I don't know the size. I'll let you know. Cause that's how nice I am. And I like to be nice to people, even though people be ungrateful. So it's not a 21. Gonna go in my drawer. Possibly whip out a 22. Let's just see. Let's see if that works. All right, 22 worked. Now I'm gonna take my air tools and gonna half-inch impact gun. Of course, we're not using hand tools. We're not using hand tools because I said don't use hand tools because you're gonna make your life a whole lot harder, and you're gonna be crying in your mom's driveway or your father's driveway or grandmom or grandpa's driveway or your aunt's driveway. You're gonna be sitting there crying. Use air tools, god damn it. Now, gonna just righty tighty, lefty loosey. Go ahead and back this off. Hold on, I don't know what's going on. Hold on, I had it the wrong way the whole time. I'm up here talking trash and I can't even get my direction right on the impact gun. So, righty tighty, lefty loosey. I got it. All right, cool. Came off. If you want to save the nut or discard it, it's up to you. I like to save it in case the parts store is a smart ass and they didn't supply me with the nut. So next, I'm going to take a hammer. It's up to you if you want to take Thor's hammer. Good luck trying to pick that up. I try to borrow the hammer from Thor for purposes like this. Apparently I wasn't strong. What did he say? I'm not worthy enough? And the next person that was worthy was Captain America, because he the one got it to lift up a little bit or whatever. I almost shook up Thor. But I ain't dumb, guys. I ain't that strong. I'm mechanic strong, so I'm going to use a mechanic strong hammer. And I'm going to take the hammer. I want to whack. You hear that? You hear that? I want to whack right here. Do not whack right here. Do not whack right there. If you whack in any other spots and then bounce back and hit you in the face, then that's just going to be your fault. And whenever you ready, because I'm checking out the camera, make sure I'm good on time wise, because I want to keep these I want to keep my edits short, and I'll keep everything brief, and I'll make sure to clip it short, of course. So I'm gonna take the hammer, whack that part of the knuckle. If you want to go Macho Man style, or Hulk Hogan, or the Bruce Banner, whatever, it's up to you. I really don't care. Just you're responsible, just like how I'm responsible. That's all you need to know. So go ahead and whack that, and once you whack, keep whacking it until the tie rod comes out of the knuckle, and you'll see what I'm talking about, because the shape of this stud is formed in a cone shape, meaning it's thin up top and expands at the bottom in a cone shape. So it's really stuck up in the knuckle, kind of like pressed in there, pretty much. But we're just using force and vibration to pretty much get this out. All right, let me stop whacking. I don't know what happened. This customer got some type of accident, whatever. This car was towed in. Lateral arm for this, for this side, it was, all broken apart from the ball joint itself. I did put a new lateral arm in, but I did, did all the suspension work, of course. But you should be thankful that I'm showing you, how to do tie rod or how to do your upper control arm, because you can save yourself a lot of money. Or if you're a do-it-yourself, you're not a student, you can save yourself a lot of money by learning how to do it, because I'm teaching you because I'm nice enough. And let's get back to this this dust shield, brake shield, or whatever. Pretty much, I guess it got messed up, it got ruined. So maybe I'm gonna try to discard this or take it off, or I might just try to bend it back and get it to where it doesn't scrape against this rotor. And yeah, so that's all I got to say. So just be careful. And I don't know how much careful can I be if it's already destroyed, but whatever, I'm gonna let them know. So just go ahead and continue to keep on whacking. Alright. So pretty much got it free. See, is that now this is gonna be the important part. Reason why I said it's an important part, because this is going to affect your alignment right here. So what you're going to do is both part numbers are the same, and I want you to observe, more so analyze the outer tie rod and compare it to the new one compared against the old one, and make sure they both same size and length. They could be not the same in design, but for the most part they look the same size and length. Now, what I like to do is like to count how many times, I rotated it, off of the inner tie rod, of course. So I'm basically unscrewing it, but I'm counting each time I come around in 360 motion. So I'm counting every time I back off. So just go off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So fell off at 21 of me counting. And good thing about this, the threads wasn't that damn, messed up or, messed up in a way, whereas I had to take MAP gas and heat this up. For you guys might be using the acetylene torch, it's up to you. So I counted 21 times. I'm going to go ahead now. It's up to you if you want to leave your jam nut. Check your bag. Maybe can come with a new jam nut. I don't like to use aftermarket jam nuts like that because it's kind of thin in size, but I guess it's okay to use it if they suggested it with the part or gave it to you with the part. But I want to leave my jam nut on there because I'm cool, so I'm ready to put my outer tie rod on. So I want to count 21 again. So from start, as soon as it catch, and I come around. Hold on. All right, I'm on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So go ahead and just leave the space, because remember we left space in between the jam nut and the tie rod because we only backed off the jam nut a little bit. So if you want, you can rotate your hub freely or whatever. Take off this. I will use the nut that it comes with. Comes with like a little lock washer on the side of it. It's good to have stuff with locking capabilities, such as a cotter pin, a castle nut, and a cotter pin. For this one, we have a built-in lock. Well, it was a washer slash nut slash locking threads. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to rotate this. Sometimes you gotta move the stud around. Be a little hard because it's stiff a little bit, but muscle it, you'll be all right. So go ahead and put your nut on. So I want to take the gun, which I believe it was 22. Feels bigger, so I want to try 21. Feels smaller. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. And that fits real good. I'm gonna take my impact gun. I'm gonna drive it down. So I'm nice and tight. I'm cool, I'm Gucci. And from there, take my wrench and lock this up, you know, the jam nut. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. You should know how tight parts should be. You got that problem? Let me know in the video and I'll have a discussion or full video on how tight should parts be. As far as, you know, torquing methods or mental torquing methods is what I should talk about. Maybe it'll be a future video. Be good. So I know what the hell is what. So it's okay. Sometimes a little bit of the locking thread comes out of this. It's cheap, after-made China parts, and I'm not blaming China, but I'm just saying. So what will be next is go ahead and put your wheel on. Go ahead and do that. Now, a job like this, it's really easy, and the reason I'm saying it's really easy, because you saw what I did. Don't be worrying about, dang, will my, you know, car drive straight, will the alignment be off? To answer your question, and it's not a stupid question either. Yes, your alignment will always be off. Your alignment angles will always be affected once you mess with alignment components, such as a tie rod, such as upper control arm. Your alignment angles will always be different, so yes, you should get a computerized alignment, not a ghetto alignment, not a backyard alignment, but a computerized alignment. And you heard it from me. But in most cases, sometimes the steering may be off and you won't even notice it, but that's why, you know, I counted the threads. I try to put, I didn't count the threads, but I count how many times in 360 motion, how many times I, you know, backed off in cycles, the outer tie rod. I used to be that dude. I used to count the threads on the inner tie rods. I don't do that anymore. You know, it was when I first started working on cars until somebody showed me a faster way. And it's coming up when you're younger. People are always going to show you things. And that's good to have people around. It's good to take input and direct criticism from other people. But don't be cocky like me, because I tell people, get the hell out of my face. I don't want to hear anything from anybody. But if I like your advice, I'll take it. I'll accept it. So, I'm a grown man. But, you know, stuff like this is a walk in the park for me. I really don't like doing suspension jobs because it's just, I don't like getting bust up, banged up, and I don't like stuff flying in my face, and I don't like heating up stuff. So that's just me, but I know I like to do heavy line of work, but I don't like to do suspension and brakes because it's just like, I'm not going to insult it, but it could be like sweeping the floor or something boring. It's just boring to me. That's what it is. Tighten the wheel up. And the reason why I'm tightening the wheel up, because I want to make sure I don't have any movement from left to right motion or from up and down. So what you would do is shimmy the wheel from left to right. You know, it's checking for your tie rods. Make sure you have no play. I don't feel any play. This thing is nice and tight. Before it was, I should have took a video or a snapshot or a clip of it being loose, but it's not loose now. I have no play. Check up and down motion. I'm nice and tight, and this will reassure that, you know, you did everything correctly. You have nothing loose. If you got something loose, then you know you gotta backtrack everything you did wrong. So what I like to do is when I do suspension parts, I like to, you know, everything I took off, the jam nut, the nut for, you know, that bolts the outer tie rod to the knuckle. Okay, let's go to the upper control arm, the nut that, you know, that stud, the ball joint that goes into the, you know, the knuckle, spindle, you know, that's tightened. My two low control arm bolts for a nut and bolt combo under the hood, that's tight. My sway link nut is tightened. My low, the strut that goes into the low control arm, that's tight. Everything is tight. Everything I did. I mean, checking the lateral arm that I did, you know, everything is tight from one end to another. So, you know, I guess I did the job right. And that's that. Make sure you spin the wheel. Make sure you ain't got no scraping sound. Sometimes you hit the dustpan accidentally, always doing suspension work. That happens. You may hear scraping sound, just like how I hear scraping sound now. So just reach your hand behind or take like a pry bar or something, just pry away your shield and the scraping noise should go away, and then you Gucci. So I'm Leekautorepair. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Question, comments, concerns, complaints. You know what to do. Leave it in the comment section. I'll be sure to get with you. So make sure you guys check out the next video. Thanks for watching.